괜찮은 kitty 난네 주위만 보이지 폰까지 가버렸네 눈은 yellow 켜져 네 손으로 불 꺼진 내 starlight Want you so bad 너를 갖고 싶어졌어 나 이제 이미 난 fly 끝까지 가볼래 넌 날 파투 시계 만들어 You got me like crazy love 대체 네가 뭔데 미쳤나 야 기분이 up and down You got me like crazy love 나도 내가 out of control 괜히 내 맘 설레 아까 한 말 더 해도 재밌잖아 이 밤을 세워 더 괜찮아
Fromis first win. Fromis first win? Even if you don't like this song, it is iconic now because ya Fromis first motherfucking win. Also, I don't know what y'all talking about. This song bangs. Literally the second this song was released I was so addicted to it, it's so fun, and while yes a tad generic and anticlimactic, I did not expect so much criticism from the general K-pop fandom. Like, you really don't like this, do you? Ah well, maybe I'm just tasteless and basic, but I love this LMAO. The instrumental is what initially hooked me because so fun, it sounds like video game music, it's so sweet I can't deal with it, so the general sound I am obsessed with. My only real gripe with this song is that it really didn't grow at all, which was quite disappointing. Like, you get to that part nearing the end where they sing the chorus with minimal instrumentals and a lot softer, and you're just sitting there thinking, oh here it comes, key change, loads of harmonies, astonishing ad-libs, what we getting here, and then one or two rather quiet ad-libs and the same post-chorus part. Makes for a rather unsatisfactory listen tbh. Like, if you listen to the song on repeat, it is very obvious as the song quite literally begins exactly how it ends. And yes, this all sounds very negative now, but that is like my only issue with the song itself. The cheeky who part before the chorus more than makes up for it, but then there's the music video, which is just so fun, by the way, bar the white background dance scene to hell, the stages, and the outfits, not to mention how gorgeous the girls all look this era. I really can't complain. Not every era has to be their best ever or musical genius, sometimes you just having fun with your girls on your colorful telephones, and I think that's fine.
심장이 멈춰나 trying to talk just trying to kiss ya 내 손짓에 넌 숨이 막혀 이 감정 뭐야 사랑일까
This is kind of iconic. I am obsessed. On first listen I do remember being quite disappointed because in my head I was thinking, oh god, the Loona sound is dead and gone, oh no, I mourn them, without even thinking that this is barely even a Loona song. It is quite literally a Hyun song featuring Loona's vocals, and the second I put it into that context I was really able to enjoy it. And boy do I enjoy it. Somehow, a trap beat paired with that Ed Sheeran-ass pop guitar riff is normally my worst nightmare, but there is just something about this song that is so fucking good. Maybe it really is just Loona, but man, I dig this to the extremities. It's so attractive, and god, not trying to tack, just trying to kiss ya is already ingrained into my brain, especially with those harmonies, and wow, those harmonies. They are plastered all over the choruses and I couldn't be happier. This song is just wonderfully produced and I keep finding new little parts to it in every listen, like one of my personal faves, the glitchy echo after Lips line in the second verse. Ugh. So good. So hot. So yum. And how have I not even touched on this MV yet? What was that? Whatever it was, it awakened something in me. It is magnificent, and these four girls were the perfect ones to pull it off. Loona with guns is weirdly a familiar concept to orbits, but they have never done it this way before and I adore it. Heejin's dress is such a standout. It is. Wow. And the way I thought this would have nothing with the Loonaverse, because how could it? What a weird story to throw in there, that now there is some sort of mob after the Lunar girls, lol, they would never do that. Then Eve whipped out an apple and there was a suspiciously long shot of the moon, and I just knew theorists were gonna have a hard time. LMAO. But all in all, yes. I love this. I needed this. In the same way that Queendom was the comeback that took over my life over summer, this is the comeback that took over my life when I got back to school. This thing was plastered all over my listening history of the first couple weeks of school. And you would know how obsessed I was / still am with this comeback if you were following my channel when it was initially released, like I would not shut up about this, and you know what, understandably this shit is so good. I have a full in-depth album review of this mini if you are interested in my more in-depth thoughts about the music itself, so make sure to check that out. Smiley face, but just in general, my lord. This comeback is so good. It has officially made stayc one of my ults, joining Lunar and Red Velvet. Perhaps aespa 2.0. It's the fourth genification of aeongmochi, but honestly I don't care if they are gonna keep putting out incredible music like this. I am here for the ride. Speaking of incredible music, best mini album of the year. Prove me wrong. Excluding Slow Down Orcs. But I'll be there, and oh my god, Complex most definitely make up for it. Complex is actually one of my favorite songs of all time, I think now. It is just so comforting and gorgeous, I just adore it. Anywho, Stereotype is I think my favorite stayc title track. I really don't know, I mean there are only 3 thus far and they are each of such quality, so like my ranking is interchangeable in all aspects, but oh my, Stereotype is just so my style. I think that slowed down and Y2K sounding beat is just right up my alley. Also the chorus is yum. stayc makes such good choruses for real. But this one I be singing it all day, hee. And these visuals The music video is gorgeous, the styling is on point, and the hairstyles are questionable as always, but I don't know, I feel like I am digging it this time around. Still on the fence about Yoon's, but I like Sen's, and the others are relatively normals. Highlights do however include Issa's gorgeous navy hair and platinum blonde JJ just keeps getting prettier and prettier each comeback. I love her. But yes, to conclude, they each sound absolutely incredible on every dem track, and I am so excited to follow them more closely as one of my ults. Ugh, how sweet. I love stay. If this isn't the slay of the century. I am so into this song, haha. It is so fun and really reminds me of Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia in the way that it approaches this retro style with a fun and modern twist. Also in the way it has killer bass lines like "Word, are you hearing the bass on this one?" and on the mightiful intro "Freaky Pork" is so good. These girls are practically known for their intros already, and understandably they are so good, LMAO. But yes, I am slightly obsessed with this comeback, as in their first comeback they are already showing such a strong group identity, as they are keeping their overarching horror type concept we saw heavily in Ponzone, a bit adding a new spin to it, and it's giving me great hope for their future as a group, as their discography is already so strong and consistent. Like, this comeback is just a whole heap of fun in such stark contrast to how devastating their debut was. LOL. I don't know intense way to describe it, but you know what I mean. It was very dark and serious, so seeing them play about a bit and have fun with this comeback is just so great. Swan in particular is standing out to me. She is just so cute, LMAO, and she just looks like she is really enjoying herself this time around, and I don't know, this song just suits her so well. And Dosi as well, her stage presence is just insane and her hair suits her so well, oh my. All in all, this comeback is just banging, and I am really loving Purple Kiss right now. I don't know, they are just so strong for still being rookies. Keep up the fun, cute, bouncy style girls please, this hits.
Play the ping pong.
This release was all around fucking insane, but I mean, what else could I have expected from Hyuna and Dawn? It kind of hits, LMAO, like it's for sure nothing revolutionary, but I don't hate it. It's just fun, I don't know what to tell you. It's fun, bright and sexy, and makes me want to dance. What else can I say? I have seen this song and P Nation's music in general getting a lot of flack, but honestly, maybe I am just tasteless because I do at least partially dig a lot of their music. I don't know, I just feel like they know exactly what it is they're doing and they aren't really shying away from it, which is nice. Just fun club sorta songs, just like how Hyuna did in a lot of her songs at Cube, and while I will say I do perhaps still like those songs a lot more than what they are doing in the Here and Now with the likes of Ping Pong and I'm Not Cool, it doesn't make them horrific songs, you know? But even if the music isn't the most amazing thing in the world, you can't deny that this whole comeback is entertaining as hell. The choreo is absolutely insane and it's just so fun, and Wodon is such a good dancer. Sorry, I mean I always knew this, but I swear he is constantly raising the bar for himself. Like weirdly for a lover of women during their stages for this song I find myself glued to him, like his dance is just mental. But anyway, yes? Speaking of the stages, what the hell, these are so cool. Hyuna and Dawn are so cool for real. Like who else would wear this? It's just sick, I love it, they are so well dressed. LMAO, it's such a treat to just see what they'll wear next because it's almost 100% of the time sick as hell. God damn, they are just cool. That's all. God, the way I didn't even know this existed until I got a fan cam of one her backup dancers recommended to me, lol. I found myself thinking, wait, who the hell is this? Their voice is so familiar, and when I found out it was motherfucking Lee Hi, I near shit myself. I haven't heard from her in so long, like I knew she took a pretty long hiatus after leaving YG. Slay by the way, but yay. I love this funky direction for her, and I don't know if this will become her mainstay, but if it does, you know I would not be mad about it because like hello? Why is she restricted to ballads 90% of the time? She suits this so well, OMG. Like she also is very good at ballads, but I don't personally like ballads that much in most cases, so seeing this is just such a refreshing change for me. Her voice has this gorgeous, jazzy quality to it that fits so well with this sort of funky retro beat. Also, this song is just so sweet and hopeful, I guess, with its message. I don't know, even still it's really easy to get down about COVID, lol, so all of those little lipstick messages were a nice reminder that this isn't a forever thing necessarily. Hopefully we'll all be able to party safely again soon like Lee Hi is in this MV, hehe. Overall, yes, very fun, me like. Yuri, please don't cancel me, that would make me so happy, but ERM, I don't think I like this song. I don't know, it's growing on me slowly but surely, but like God, it's just so weird. And not in a particularly good way. Before I get into my critiques, I do want to praise this song for really feeling like Lisa. Like I will say, while I'm not particularly a huge fan of any of the Blackpink solos, so far they do have a way of capturing their members' styles perfectly, which is something really fitting for Blackpink as they definitely are known for their individual styles. So yes, this is kind of exactly what I expected from a Lisa solo, but I don't know, I kind of hoped it would be better. I kind of feel like they were trying too hard to do it all, if you get what I mean? Like of course you want to show off Lisa's insane versatility, her cuteness, her hardcoreness, her sexiness, the works, but Teddy, how about instead of loosely putting it all into one track, give her more songs, LMAO. I know you've got a vault. Give her a couple more tracks in her album, or, even better, just wait a minute and give her a comeback. I am most definitely not one to hate on multiple styles in one song. I'm practically an SM stan at this point, so obviously it's the best in my eyes, but like just because you did it, doesn't mean you've done it well, and that's how I feel about lalisa. It just feels a little all over the place and impatient, I guess. With that being said, I do think Lisa did a great job of carrying this. Her performances are out of this world, and I do adore that Thai flair we get at the end. It's really nice to see her basking in her own culture, lol. But yes, I'm just a little underwhelmed, I guess. I feel like she deserved a better solo debut than this, but hopefully she and the rest of the Blackpink girls will get some more time to flesh out their solo identities because they are bursting with potential. Also, quick side note, is this main horn sound not literally the exact same as the one wjsn danced to in her Mama solo performance bit in I think 2018? Maybe 2019? I don't know, the one where she's wearing red, like it is eerily familiar. I was thinking they had been teasing this track forever because I knew I had heard it before, but then it clicked. Am I crazy? And as for money, I am making the conscious decision to not talk about money. Let's just say, I do not like. This was so good. Like such a cute and soft sophisticated take on the cute and bright sort of retro sound we have been seeing a lot of recently, but I kind of am obsessed with it. Like it almost feels like city pop in some instances, like those strings. Yum yum yum. I feel like mamamoo are at that point in their career where they are just able to come back less frequently, and I mean they probably could just stop releasing stuff and work on their solo stuff, but it almost seems like they don't want to, which is really heartwarming because that just adds this extra backing of love and passion into each and every one of their releases. Like they are just able to do whatever they want, which I just love. Really feels like this song was first and foremost made for them. Smiley face, how sweet. But even still they still making banging music. Like this song is just a delight through, and to be honest, maybe my favorite title track from them in a while? I know it's very chilled out and stripped back, but that's just exactly my style. All a song needs to please me is a nice ass bass line and pretty vocals, and boy does this song deliver exactly that. Also this album? I don't know. Special album? Ugh, it's so sweet. All of the remixes, new versions, and updates to their older hits, my lord, what a walk down memory lane. Some highlights include Go Go BB Rock Ver and Yes I Am Funk Boost Ver because woo, they hit. Also MR Ambiguous 2021, it's just sweet hearing them return to their debut after all these years away. And also, man, happier than ever? Man. It's just, man. It's so lovely, this whole comeback is just lovely, that's the only way I feel like describing it. I feel it's all just so lovely. This was admittedly the weirdest Loona era ever, LMAO. First off, it's their Japanese debut. Second of all, I truly could not even tell if it was even their debut or if these were just some random Japanese tracks they were dropping due to the lack of MV until about a month after the song's initial release. But you know what, at least we got it in the end. And then add on top of that BBC's Crushing Dead and Loona's 50th disbandment crisis, and we have Hula Hoop. But word, despite all of that, it just slayed. It was so good in literally all aspects. The way it is easily their best title track. Out with badass now Loona now. Literally I am just begging for cute Loona, elegant Loona, magical Loona, anything but badass Loona. We have suffered enough. But yes, this is one of the main reasons why I like Hula Hoop. The concept change is just so refreshing, and while the line distribution is still a touch yikes, it gave a chance for some of their members to shine a bit more, like my lady Gwsn. She ate. She really did. She didn't get the most lines in the world, but she just fits this concept so beautifully, and her voice just kills in this one. Anyway, let's talk about this MV for a second. The MV that I truly believed was never coming, but boy was I wrong, and boy was I so glad to be wrong. Smiley face. Word, it is so simple but effective. Well, I guess not simple, there is a lot going on, but you know the basis of it, of just the girls on a white background in cute outfits lip-syncing and dancing as the screen pans down, but the editing is so fucking good. Are you kidding? The bright colors contrast so well against each other, and man, whatever filter they put on this one, so good. And can we talk about the lore references? So cute. I love the way they did it as really the base of the MV with the pre-debut outfits, the MV references, the general references to other lore items like their animals and fruits, etc. It was so lovely because it allowed the MV to feel super personal, if you get me. Got me really excited to be in orbit, because despite not really keeping up with the lore, I knew all of this and it was just fun, man. And then not only this, but we also got Starseed. It is so cute. Stop. Its mixing is a touch questionable at points, but ugh, I don't even care anymore. It's just such a solid track, and I'm glad they included it, and Vivi singing Jojo Jaweo is quite literally enough for me to be obsessed with it for life. Also, that MV was so cute. I mean, I haven't seen the MV, I am a law-abiding citizen, but anime Lunar stop. Overall, come on Luneth World Japan, I believe in you. Save Luna's fleeting discography. It's sad, but you may be our only I don't even normally talk about many males, derogatory, on this channel, especially not NCT. Not for any particular reason, I just don't really keep up with them. I like the odd song and whatnot, but aside from that I am not too invested in them. But this one really caught my eye, let's say. Now I will try to keep this short, because at this point 90% of the population have spoken about how they feel about this song, but I can't not. It's affected me and I must get this off my chest. SM? Sweetie? What the actual fuck was this? It starts off so strangely but sort of typical for an SM boy group track, with this moving bass and sample of instrumental of what's to come. All pretty standard. Except for the fact that said instrumental snippet is a fucking out of tune piccolo. And it's playing practically throughout the whole thing. Except when it drops out so that we can hear that slightly hilarious string part in the pre-chorus. I cannot listen to that part without thinking of it like it's Tom and Jerry LMAO, if you get what I mean. It sounds like the sort of thing they would play in a cartoon to get the idea across that someone is sneaking about LOL. Anyway, back to the beginning of the track. Why is it that when watching this music video, the first solo part I am greeted with is some guy humping the air while rapping with questionable vocal effects to a piccolo beat? This song is, I can't believe it is real, it is so weird at all times LMAO. I can't even really hate it because of that, though it is just so perplexing I am always returning to it. With a raised eyebrow questioning who produced this? And more importantly why? For what reason? Anyway, a part of the song that I do actually thoroughly enjoy is the bridge and the build-up that swiftly follows. Funny that the only listenable parts of this song are the bits without that goddamn piccolo. That build-up especially, it got me so excited, I was thinking to myself, whoa, it's building, and cringe lyrics aside it's going somewhere and it is sounding genuinely very good. And then, it returned. The piccolo. Please go away. And paired with the piano too, a questionable chorus to say the least, and I hate it, I do not like it at all. Why not change it at all after that mega build-up? Why? Anyway, sorry for being so overtly negative. I hate being so negative about certain songs because I feel like I am being mean to those who like it lol, but I feel like this is just an objectively bad song. Sorry. If you love this song, great. I don't understand you, but I'm happy for you. Anyway, that was not as brief as I promised, but I just had to get that off my chest. I am at ease now. For someone who has extremely fallen off the itzy train, to the point in which I barely stand them anymore despite keeping up with them from pre-debut, but I liked this, not loved but liked at least, and word I am glad they went this direction. It is not the Dalla Dalla return to form I was hoping for, but it's more fun than what we have been seeing from itzy these past couple comebacks, so you will see. No complaints from Moi, smiley face. The instrumental is interesting and fun to listen to, like the way it builds is almost too good, and word, their vocals. Phenomenal. Leah and Yeji really shown to me this era. Their vocals on this one are just so up, because at least for me that chorus is with practically no competition the best part of the song, but the runner-up best parts are also both theirs LMAO, like Oasis Chan Noon Kitty, are you kidding me, so dangerous, so dangerous, are you kidding me. They just ate 100%, especially on that last chorus, wowie. The way that beat takes over, kills, oh it kills. Anywho, yes, a fine little song accompanied with a fine album. Not all hits for me, but definitely a couple standouts at least. I particularly enjoyed Boom Box, and Chillin' was not half bad to be honest, but the rest are pretty take it or leave it for me. Not bad, just nothing else that really stands out to me, I guess lol. Anywho, keep upping the fun factor itzy, and I will be your bitch again. I miss you guys. Ugh, AB6, the boy group I will always have a soft spot for. And you know why? Good music. Just good fun catchy music relatively consistently. I won't lie, they aren't perfect, but look at the releases we got from them this year alone. Close, aka Breathe Part 2, aka one of the best songs of the year, and now Cherry, and no others? Right, Stay Young wasn't the worst, just not comparable to these two masterpieces. It came out at the very start of the year anyway, so it doesn't count lol. But yes, Cherry, this is so cute, stop. Those, ad-libs in the chorus are so cute, they alone are enough to make me love this track, but this fun retro sound and frankly adorable vocal line just makes it so much better. Highlights include the way that Woojin Gotfully begins this track, like those drifting vocals absolutely eat and instantly get you super interested in this one, as well as that super fun repeat after me say chant, especially when once again Woojin comes in with that swanky little once again repeat me say with just the utmost charisma. If you couldn't already tell, I think Woojin perhaps owned this era lol. His rap was also incredibly fun and good, and his red hair literally the highlight of the MV. I can't, especially in those yearbook scenes, which were, might I add, my favorite shots, because just the way his bright red hair contrasts with that softer, cool toned blue background, it's too good. Too good. I love the way these boys just be doing it all, but like word, anytime they come through with a track like Breathe or Close or something cute and fun like this, they thrive, they simply thrive. More of this please I beg. Nah, because this bangs so hard. The day this came out I cannot even begin to express how many times I listened to it, a touch ridiculous I think. I was quite nervous when I heard that TWICE were going to release an all-English track because I did not want to see them enter their permission to dance era if it were LOL and just totally lose their essence for a minute, but they kept it strong. It's classic TWICE, evolved to fit their more mature concept they have moved into recently and made modernized, but it's fun, it's bright, it's cute, like what is not to love. The bass line alone on this track is enough to hook me. It is so goddamn good, almost sticky, and then boom, Chaeyoung. May I repeat, Chaeyoung. She ate this era all the way up. Her and Mina definitely stood out in this song to me, but Chaeyoung again just knocked it out of the park. This sassy sort of sound is just her thing, very reminiscent of fancy Chaeyoung methinks. I guess when she has a blonde bob she is just eating, but all her lines, her charisma, her overall presence in the track, just undeniable stuff. This whole prom theme was also super cute and definitely a good way to play to the Western market. I don't really know how well it worked, as it seems that this song was more popular domestically and amongst existing fans, but even still it was a really nice treat for international fans, and to be honest, as long as it bangs I do not care for the language. But there is that added bonus pour moi that I am able to sing along to this one without butchering the entire Korean language, so that's always nice. Especially when that chorus is constantly stuck in my head now. It is so fun to sing though, so I can't even be mad. Like singing the never let it go oh part is literally my new hobby. Overall this was so good, I take no criticism, I loved this. My only complaint would be that it sucks to see Jonghyun gone again, especially since she is my longtime bias, but it's understandable. Just wish she could have gotten just a few more lines, but I get it, just bummed. Miss her. Sorry if this review is a touch lackluster, as I have literally said everything one could possibly say about this release and every song on the album in my track-by-track review of this comeback, so if you interested in that, make sure to check that out, as this review here will act more as a summary of that video as well as a bit of an update/reflection a couple weeks on. To start off, OMG Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Group of the Year, aespa, eating my bias list, aespa, doing the absolute most, ulting, aespa, ulted, light of my life, best music of 4th gen, concepts up, music videos up, song quality up, everything is good, and this is no exaggeration. Anywho, yes, I did quite enjoy this release, as you may have guessed. Savage itself is such a good fucking song, and it's no wonder that aespa are taking the world by storm at this point when they are consistently releasing this quality. This is such an all-rounder era because the vocals, Winter, and Ning Ning truly are the vocalists of 4th gen. Not a doubt in my mind, and wow these raps too. This should be illegal. Giselle eating. But if anyone owned this era for me, man, it's got to be Winter. I cannot believe how much I ignored Winter in their debut era, because she is a real tour de force. Her performance skills on the next level, and her voice paired with that? Absolutely phenomenal. And it's impossible to ignore her this era, especially because her hair. I have such an intense personal bias towards a bob and bang combo, I don't know why, but anytime anyone has one, they are the love of my life, and especially in this jet black, it's just so striking, you know? But anyway, back to the release at large. The album. May I just repeat? The album. The knowledge that per SM tradition aespa will only be releasing albums and mini albums from now on is driving me up the walls. I am peeing, because if this is their jumping off point, there is no wonder as to where they will go. Quick recap of my thoughts. If you did not see my in-depth review of the track's energy, fun, energetic, will be banging at concerts, I know it. Them chanting their own names is so intoxicating, really like I'll Make You Cry. FX Draft's Love, probably my least favorite on the album, didn't quite click with me, but I still recognize it to be a mega hit. LMAO. Yeppy, aespa, cute era act. So cute, reminds me of bubblegum pop style hyper pop, like Hey Cutie or something like that. Literally so obsessed, as like all of the last 3 tracks on the album, one of my faves. Iconic, yeah, the pre-chorus sends me into space and the chorus shoots me back down to earth, but in such a sick way, if you get me. LMAO, literally so good, I am obsessed with the beat and their falsetto vocals. Lucid Dream. Best song ever made Merdinks, so dreamy and romantic, and I am so happy that this seems to be the people's favorite from the album, as it is just proving that the people have taste. I expect a romantic and spacey ballad from aespa every album plays, giving aespa's take on Loona Odd Eye Circle, and that's honestly all I could ever hope for. Overall, a fantastic album, a fantastic comeback, a fantastic group. Wow, okay, this was quite literally one of the most delightful things I have ever seen. I mean, going into this debut I knew I was going to be unreasonably biased, because if you weren't already aware, Miss Jo Yuri over here is one of my main bitches, and I practically fall head over heels for anything she does, and boy am I so happy she has gone solo. Boy am I so happy that most of the izone girls are planning to go solo. I feel like being a soloist always works better for post-produced group members rather than joining a new group, so it's good to see them each slowly but surely branch out and discover their own sound. Back to focusing on Yuri alone, however, this was simply such a solid debut. It's a relatively simple yet massively successful track that perfectly introduces us to what Yuri will likely be delving further into as she develops further into her solo career. And I just adore that she's gone for this fun, sweet, delicate sort of sound and has not fallen the way of many main vocalists who go solo, in which they just do boring ass sad ballads all the time. LMAO, I don't mind one from time to time, and I definitely expect Yuri to do plenty herself, but just like 24/7 365, to be honest though, I am that Yuri biased that I would probably still dig her music even if she did do that, because man, her voice is just so good. Her vocal tone is perhaps my favorite in all of K-pop at this point. It's just so attractive and interesting to listen to. It's so nice to hear her sing a whole song by herself, and especially one that suits her cute self so well. Speaking of how well this style suits her, can we just take a second to appreciate how sweet the styling for this track is? It's just pretty dresses. Ugh, I love pretty dresses, LMAO. Especially those froofy ones she was wearing often. They just suit her so well, man. Finally, I just wanted to touch on her cheeky B-side for a second. This was it. I know I expressed my disdain for boring ballads all the time, but may I just pull focus on that word boring, because Express Moon is far from that. It is so pretty, oh my word. It is practically impossible to listen to that track without feeling comforted. Try it, swear to God it ain't gonna happen. Yuri's falsetto on this one too, wow. So gorgeous. Just such a good debut, honestly. I am excited to see where she goes next with her solo career. It's just nice to see her again, to be honest. Best debut of 2021? I think yes. This was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why, even after really enjoying the teasers, I just felt in my soul that I was going to be disappointed. LMAO, I really have no explanation for that, it was just my gut feeling for it, but ugh, I was everything but disappointed with this, man. This was so fun and catchy and good. These girls have so much charisma already, it's actually shocking. Stuff like this does not feel like a debut at all. They are so polished and confident, I feel. And like, if this is your starting point, I will perhaps be standing bug to the A to the boo. Anywho, enough about the girls themselves, because all I am going to do is praise them. So this song? Okay, it's banging. I love how they contrasted the almost stereotypical film type music, if you get me, like that horn in the beginning and scattered throughout it, and that western flute sound against this really fresh and trendy funky retro sound that a lot of groups have been incorporating into their music these days. And I know I said I was sick of the retro craze, but not this type. Clearly, I have done nothing but praise these type of songs, and it's because they are just fun. I can't even be mad. I fear I will grow to hate them, as I did that 80s synthwave sound that just got intensely repetitive over time, but for now I am chilling and enjoying it to the fullest. And I am glad Bugaboo went this route for their debut. I'm sure they'll mix it up in future, but just so solid, so fun, a great introduction to them, and that truly unforgettable bugaboo post-chorus hook type thing is definitely gonna keep their names in our mouths for a solid minute, methinks. I'm off to go stan Bugaboo. I recommend you do the same, lad. Somi, why? I literally have been trying to adore Somi's solo career from debut, but I just can't. I just might have to realize that her music and I just don't gel. Or wait. The two songs where she the lady herself is the main composer, i.e. Out of My Head and Watermelon, are the two songs of hers that I truly fuck with? So maybe it isn't Somi's music I have an issue with. It's Teddy Park Leave. Teddy. Anyway, to be honest though, even though I don't particularly love Hugs and Kisses, I do think it to be Somi's best title track yet, and I really appreciate that she's getting her Olivia Rodrigo moment here, lol, but like, why not go all the way and give her the whole 9, give her the Paramore-ass pop rock-ass song we deserve, not this 2014 Hollister boho bullshit. Okay, I am being too harsh. It's fine. It's really fine, but despite coming out literally days ago as I am writing this, it sounds so dated. Like, how are you doing this, Ted? But you know what, I don't even care, because Somi is in her confident era, which is a delight because all of her performances are just killing, and I mean killing, and I can't wait to see more stages of this comeback. Anyway, a quick overview of some of the B-sides that we got off this album, in which we got 4 new songs. Alright, so a small mini album, but whatever we are calling it these days. They are bad. Watermelon so good though. The end.
밤처럼 벗어나려 할수록 선명한 널 No, I can't stop love